What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back. My name is Splattercat. We're playing Grav here today. Ooh, I've got speed stims now. I don't know if you've noticed, but I can do this cool little cloaky thing now. It lasts a while, too. I've got a whole bunch of stims. Basically, I spent a lot of time getting resources in between episodes. I basically spent about 35 minutes to an hour because I had to get all the other videos ready for YouTube anyways, and I wanted to get them up sooner rather than later, so I figured I would run on in there. We are way far out. I kept following the ocean in the hopes that perhaps I would come all the way around the island, but I haven't gotten there yet. Running non-stop for 45 minutes, only stopping to kill the occasional mob or to get the occasional loot node. I feel like I've pretty much picked clean my end of the map though. Like basically everything is gone at this point. We're about 5 hours after release right now and none of the servers have been taken down. The reason being is because as of right now all of the loot nodes don't respawn. That seems like fairly basic functionality. I don't know why survival games always release without servers that respawn nodes. I don't know. It's happened to 2 or 3 games now, and I always wonder why that's the case and why they just, I don't know. A simple fix for them to make would just make it so that mobs drop the resources now, so that once they run out on a server, you can sit there and farm mobs for a little bit. You can get fossils and metal and all that stuff from random mobs. That would be my suggestion if it's going to be a while before the servers. I don't like playing, it's a little frustrating when the game has to reset servers like every 5 minutes like it does in DayZ. So when I play DayZ, I have the same issue where like every hour, every server goes down and recycles, and it's like part of the playing the game. You get used to it after a while, but it's still like mildly inconvenient. I've decided where we're going to build our base. Our base is going to be right over here next to this dungeon. And so we're going to put in our base. There's this little rock outcrop right here, and I very much like it for some reason. I would love to put our base in right here. Our respawn point is back that way like an hour. So dying is not a good option. Dying is very... What is that over there? Somebody died over here. I looted somebody's backpack a little bit ago, and it had a ton of loot in it too. So, like, it's worth it to go hunt down people's backpacks and maybe see if you can grab them. Especially if the 10-minute timer is over on them. They weren't able to find their way back. If they're not going to use it, I sure as hell am. So, oh my god, it's so dark right now. We're going to have night killers in like one day. I don't know what that means either, so I'm figuring we probably want to build our shelter fairly soon. But anyways, things we're going to be doing in this episode. We will be building a base in this episode. That's going to be a big part of what we're doing in this episode. Getting a base all constructed. I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. The hell is that? It's a player. Okay. I'm probably one of the higher levels on the server right now because I've been playing all day and people are like cycling through. I'm level 5 right now. Everybody I've seen running around is like level 2 or level 1, so I could take him in a fight if I have to. I also have like a huge amount of stims and things in my backpack, which are basically like health kits and things of that nature. Looks like we got a tackling over here, so I did want to give some advice. After playing for a few hours, if you're trying to get blueprints, kill the big bug dogs or kill these tech hunters over here. These little guys over here. Let's have a look. I'll show them to you. These little dudes over here that are always running around like pillaging and firing lasers at everybody. Make sure you have health potions with you or the health stims. But those right there, those tech hunters, they drop great loot. So go fight tech hunters or the big bug dogs. Like not the little ones. The ones that are like enormous. Those are the ones that you want. It sounds like there's a bunch of fights going on over there, and I'm a little bit nervous about dying because our respawn is so far away. So let's just get started with the construction process. I think this is going to be our home from now on. I have found a reasonable amount of resources up in here. Can I build on top of this big rock, actually? I think I would rather do that. It's a little less ostentatious. That right there, anybody that comes to that dungeon is going to see it. And so if I can get up on top of this rock and build my base, I think I would actually prefer it, maybe. Oh, it looks like you clip through these rocks. That's unfortunate. I was hoping maybe I'd be able to use it as like a base camp location, but I guess nighttime is scary in this game. I don't know if you can hear like all these Tyrannosaurus Rex noises or anything, but it's concerning. There's a concerning amount of noise taking place right now because all the mobs are running around killing each other, and so you got to be careful about it. I don't know if I want to build it in here. I don't know if I want to build it facing the water, or if I want to build it, because this is like, number one thing that most people are going to do is exactly what I did, where I'm going to try and find water, and then I'm just going to start circumnavigating the entire island. A lot of people are going to do that, and I would rather keep the foot traffic to a minimum out here if I can. However, taking a look for a moment, this actually looks okay in here. This little spot, I don't know how big our base is going to be, but let's see what we can do here. The room with a door... Oh, I don't know. That seems okay. Yeah, what's that going to cost us? That's going to cost us 150 fossils and 150 wood. Yeah, let's do it. Let's let's build it. How do I build? Hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out here. Oh, you press E. Okay, so you press the build menu, then you press E, and that's when it deploys things. So now we've got our very own base right here with a door in the side. I don't know if people can get up in here and like mess with our stuff or not. It said that I want it to have a door. It said it had a door, but I guess not. Well, I mean, technically that's fine. I just don't want people to like mess with my house. That's what I'm really worried about. So I want to make some crafting stations now, and I don't want people to mess with them. So maybe, can I fit a crafting station in here? Or like, this kind of seems pointless at this point because it's so small. Like, what does a support with a ladder do? Oh, it actually, okay, so you can make like a little bit of a runaround base. What does that one do right there? So my concern is, how do I access this with the ladder in the way? Let me see here. Since there's a door on that side, I would say that like a support with a ladder right there would probably be a decent call, right? Let's do that. And now that that's in play, the map is pretty much picked clean at the moment. Oh, okay. That actually did not accomplish what I wanted it to, but okay. Little bit disappointed about that, because now I can't get back into my base. However, I couldn't really get in there in the first place, so it's not too big of a deal. All I really wanted to do was fiddle around with some of the construction options in the game. I guess what we can do now is I will probably attempt to, I don't know, let me see if I can rectify what I've done here by maybe making this a little bit bigger. Since we've already like built our base in, we don't really have much of an option right now. I guess I'll just build on top of this over here, and then as it's available, maybe drop stuff in here. It seems okay. This will work out for now. Crafting, I want an armory. For sure I want an armory. So we'll put an armory in like, oh, I don't know, like maybe right there seems okay. So we've got an armory. And now, this isn't very well protected. I'm a little bit disappointed about it. Let's see here. Can I let anybody use this? Yeah, don't let anybody use this. This is only for me. If other people use it, they're going to mess it up and like make it all terrible and make it suck. Alright, so I've got a whole bunch of blueprints. I don't know how I update those into my inventory, but I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I also need to make basically all of the things that we're going to need to survive for a while. So let me go back in here, and under the crafting menu, the factory I guess would be next. There's not enough space. There should be enough space. There we go. So I'll build my factory maybe right here. That seems okay. What's that doing to our supplies right now? Because our supplies have got to be going down and building all this. So we can make ore bars. I want to make sure that I can make a gun first, because that's like the big thing that's important to me right now, is creating a gun. So let me have a look here. In order to make a rusty pistol, what do I need? 15 ore bars and 15 cut gems. Okay, there's also a rotted wood club, which I assume is probably better than our knife. I don't know if that's the case. There's a bunch of things in here. I don't know how we use blueprints, by the way. I have a bunch of blueprints. What I do with these, I couldn't really tell you. I have the blueprints for a bunch of stuff. I also have, well, I picked up the blueprint for the harvester, but it must have bugged out or something. I don't know. Unless it's on the list somewhere that I haven't seen. But yeah, I know for a fact I picked up the blueprint for the harvester, like the thing for the Agent X or whatever the hell it is on the ground. I know for a fact I picked that up, but it looks like it's gone out of our inventory, so maybe it's not available right now and it just shows up in the loot list. Really, I have 38 Element X? Where did I get that from? Okay. How do I use the multi-tool? Does it just like stay in here maybe? It looks like it does, because the multi-tool Mark III is right there. So we need a bunch of stuff in order to make some of these goodies. I think what I'll focus on for right now is maybe just getting these set up. The science station looks like it doesn't take too much. Well, let me see if I can get this like fiddled in here a little bit. There we go. So there's our science station. So that's all good to go. I need a spawner too, so that I don't have to walk back if we die. I don't know if we can still, let me see here. The placed items for the uplink. Yeah, we have the stuff for the uplink. It's kind of an ugly spot for it, but I don't like the, oh, that'll work right there. Yeah, that actually looks nice. There we go. Cool. And so now that our base is set up, we've actually got all of these things hanging out. I think that what we should probably do is have a look around for extra resources. How about that? Let's go hunt down some more resources. I don't think we used up a lot of gems, or well, we did actually. So we need a lot more gems. We need a lot more ore. We basically need to make this thing happen, Captain, and I am all about that. We've got a dungeon right there that I'm pretty sure probably hasn't been dove into yet. I haven't seen a lot of players. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 players while I've been playing. I've picked up a lot of the resources as far as I know. I think that I'm probably responsible for the depletion of just about everything around the beachfront property. We have a tech hunter over there. I think we're probably pretty decent on fossils, actually. I'll probably expand the size of our basin a little bit too. But for right now, let's go down into the dungeons. I found that the dungeons tend to have much better loot than other places, so that's what we're going to get down on. At the moment, I'm getting a little bit of lag right now, but hopefully visual lag, that is. I'm not talking about network lag. 2 distinct concepts, but at the moment, I'll apologize to you for the low frame rate, but there's not much I can do about it. I have pretty much one of the best systems you can have right now, because I just bought a gaming computer, because I do YouTube for a living, and so I just bought a brand new gaming computer, and so if it ain't running on my computer, I can reasonably assure you it's probably not running on anybody's. Let's go back and, yeah, let's just do the dungeon. I think the dungeon is probably the best place that we can look at right now for isolated resources that people haven't, like, gotten into haven't gotten into up to their elbows in just yet, as disgusting as that might sound. So anyways, let's go in here. Oh, there we go. We already got gems. We've already got a winner. Alright, well, let's start working on these gem nodes then before anybody else gets here and takes them, because obviously we're waiting for the server to reset before any more resources will become available. This location was also part of my plan. That's why I set up so close to this, is because these dungeons tend to have really good resources in them. Now, our base is like 5 feet from the dungeon, so that whenever the server resets, we can run in here and grab this stuff. Now, this may put us at a bit of a disadvantage simply based on the fact that we're going to have a lot more foot traffic that might get us into trouble. However, I'm not going to worry about it for right now. It looks like we have a lot of resources in here, so this might be one of the best claims that I've ever pitched just yet. We've got a tough day killer over here. He's probably going to come at us. I've got health potions and things like that, so I'm not really that concerned about it. We should be able to take him no problemo, I think. Let me see here. Let me get myself a... There we go. So he's now down. If you wanted to use a health stim on yourself, you just press the H key. I don't know how many of them I have on me right now. I assume that I have several. I have 4. So I don't have a ton, but I have enough just in case we get ourselves into trouble. Since we're going to be harvesting up here in the dungeon, my big goal right now is just to harvest. If we have to clear this place out, we will. But I want metal, I want fossils, I want anything I can get my hands on. You may have noticed we hit level 5 in between here and the previous episode. It might be worth it to try and make ourselves that wooden club. I don't know if that's something that would be better than what we have right now, but either way, wow, we're getting a lot of fossils out of this node. Starting to wonder if it was bugged or not, because we were getting a lot of fossils out of it. I'll try not to exploit it, especially not on camera, dear God. Be a great way to get yourself banned from the servers and get like VAC banned or whatever. That would suck. But for right now, we'll grab all this metal up, and I'm willing to bet that if we found this many good things this close to the front of the dungeon, I bet that near the back we'll find a lot better. On this side, he's going to try and jump us now. He's the same level as we are. No, don't wave at him. Use a health stim. There we go, health stim. Since we're the same level, this fight shouldn't be too stressful for us, but I think they double strike is the main problem. If you saw right there, when we got hit, there was actually 2 big pips that got taken off of us. There's more coming in from behind. Okay. I don't know if they spawn from right there or what that's controlled by, but I'm going to try and keep moving into the dungeon. Hopefully we don't get trapped up in here. I would prefer it if we did not. I don't know if there's bosses in here or what there is, but I'm going to do my best to deplete the shit out of this place before I go anywhere. We can make our way back in if we die. Like, I just want all this to be mine. If we could level up a little bit further, it would be conducive to my long-term plans. I mean, I'd prefer to be level 10 to 15 by the end of tonight when I'm playing, just to make sure that, like, your average player is not going to be a threat. It's just like one of those little things. The game doesn't play like Rust. Like, it's not on even footing where you can jump somebody and take them if they're not paying attention. So leveling up seems to be the best deterrent plan to make sure that, like, I end up not on the meal list for people that are running around trying to, like, gather up stuff easier than doing it themselves. We'll get rid of him real fast. He didn't drop a health node, unfortunately, which is a little disappointing, but nothing to cry over. Not a big deal. I'll try and get the remainder of the ore out of here. It looks like this ore is going to be finicky, though. We're also leaving ourselves at a disadvantage because if anybody comes up in here, they're going to be blocking the exit. We can't escape from them. Luckily, I think I am equipped a little bit better than most players right now. Still, let's Keep a lookout for anything that might try and murk us before we go any further. These zones do respawn more mobs as far as I know, so we've got less than 1 day before we get attacked by some of the nastier enemies, I think. I think there's going to be like map invasions, sort of like Tabula Rasa used to have, where occasionally people will jump in and try and kill you, but there's just too much loot in here right now for me to ignore it. I'm going to try and get really, really well supplied so that I don't have to worry about it, because God only knows when the next server reset's going to be. Like, the next server reset could be anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, so the guy that has the most resources is going to be the guy that's living like a king up until they reset it, so I prefer to keep it like that. Scarcity being what it is right now, I want all of this in my pocket rather than somebody else's. My impressions of the game thus far are actually fairly positive. A lot of people are complaining on the forums about the fact that they can't run it, and I would agree that the system specs are fairly beefy right now, especially until they get to the optimization of the game. As it stands right now, though, I'm actually really impressed with the way the game conducts itself. Some of the mobs are a little bit buggy. Like, some of the mobs, you can cheese them out a little bit and kill them without taking a hit. Some of it's dodging, and some of it you can just cheese, but some of the mobs seem to get hits on you like no matter what you do. So, like, some of the fighting could definitely be tailored up a little bit right now, make it a tad better. That guy's gonna come after me, isn't he? Alright, so if he's on me, I'm gonna start backing up. A surprising number of the mobs can be defeated by just backpedaling, but if you don't have the room to do so, that's gonna be the limiting reagent on that strategy, so take from that what you will. There we go, another day killer down right there. If you're looking for technology, I would say just to get the tech hunters and also to kill. Is there anything left over here? Did I get it all? I got it all. A harvester is needed to mine element X. It's disappointing. I did. I know for 100% fact that I got the harvester blueprint. I got it off one of the bug things while I was running around, and I haven't died in between episodes, so I have no idea where that recipe went. I can only assume that maybe it bugged out and went somewhere else. This tree appears to be fairly good for harvesting right now. Oh, that's a big one right there. I don't know if I'm okay with fighting with him. I might just let him have what he wants. These are the rules of the jungle, obviously. Just let him take whatever he desires, maybe extract ourselves from this situation once it gets a little bit too dangerous. If we could take him, we'd make a lot off of him. Like, the bigger mobs drop a lot of stuff. Like, seriously, if you kill one of the bigger mobs, they drop, like, fistfuls of loot. However, the question remains as to whether or not he's going to be defeatable. If he aggroes on me, we've got a lot of NPCs running around right now that we can, like, stay out of the way of. By the way, if you use your gathering gun right here, if you shoot something with your... Oh, there's another big one coming in, too. That's definitely not good. Okay, well, let's just try and keep ourselves wide right now, I guess. A tough Prake Onothe. I don't know what a Prake Onothe is, but this place looks like it's getting out of control. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and I'm going to try and sprint out of here. It looks like this is getting way out of control. I have no idea what he's going to hit me for, but I don't want to be here to find out. So off we go. We're going to head for the exit and see if we can get out of here. Now, if these things can transition in between the spawn zones, that's going to be troublesome. Oh, I missed some gems, too. That one's still on us. Ow. Son of a bitch. Okay, so they hit really hard. I don't know if he's going to be defeatable or not. Oh, sorry, dude. I'm out. Let's leave. If they can leave the dungeon, we're in big trouble, though. Can they? Alright, well, let's just give it a little bit of time. We'll start, like, regenerating some of our health right here to make sure that we're going to be alright. How much food do we have? We've got to have a lot, right? 158? Yeah, we're looking good. Let's go and adventure around our base camp. Now that we know that this is where we're going to be camping out for the remainder of the game, what I want to do, or remainder of this playthrough anyways, what I'd like to do is get a feel for the general vicinity. We'll also start taking care of some of the more tangible threats around the area, things that actually have the capability to, like, kill us and cause us major harm, like that tech hunter over there. They do respawn, so it's only a temporary fix. What's going on over here? I know the last time I came over here, we saw another player, and it made me all nervous. Do I have enough to make... Oh, good, we do, I think. I think we have enough of everything now to actually make our first gun, and that'll be a very strong upgrade for us. I also wanted to show it off within the confines of this playthrough, because I think it is a big deal to show off the gun, since a lot of people are going to be excited about things like that. It's very rare that you get the opportunity to play sci-fi games, and so in my opinion, I like to show off some of the more sci-fi stuff, since most games either focus on, like, modernity. Let's see here, Kavas Masta. He was killed by a Blythe Osby. Yeah, let's take his backpack. What's he got? Can I not get that back right now? Or did we already get it? I don't know if he died on top of, like, a platform or something, or what happened here. Maybe he died on top of a tree. There we go. What do we get off of him? A bunch of stuff? Looks like we got a couple things. This is how many people I've looted. That's why I have 7 combat knives, because I keep finding dead bodies all over the place. Huh? Oh, NPC. Hey, buddy. I give you a little wave. You want to do a dance with me? Hey, you. I'm pointing at you right now.
Do a little dance. Harvest up some metal. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Cabbage Patch down now. Do a little dance. We're not gonna make love, cause that would be X-rated. Can't do that on YouTube. Get me banned. Or at least have to make a whole bunch of those little things with the little fuzzies.
Yeah, people keep running into this guy over here, I bet. He looks like a badass. I bet he one-shots people as the price. He's a level 4. He's one of the upgraded, like, heroic versions, though. Let me grab his stuff. Yeah, it was in the way of Kame Lacomo's fury. Worst case scenario is that if I die over here... Let's get out of here with the speed stim. Worst case scenario is if I die over here, my base is like right on this side so I can run back in and like grab all the stuff that I need. But for right now, I'm going to stay away from using the remainder of my resources. I don't know how far out he's going to chase me, but it looks like we just got a couple of goodies off these guys. Let's find out here. Take a little look. Well, maybe not. I'm not so sure. I am not so sure. Either way, though, we're in a really good position right now to continue our way through the game. So I think what I'm going to do is... let's continue exploring. We got about 5 minutes left in the episode, and so I really feel like we're in a good spot right now to like make things happen. What is a Baz Yajuhi? Or it's a Yahuji. I don't know if you can even kill that before it explodes. Nope, it makes a piggy noise when it dies though, which is slightly depressing. I like piggies. Piggies are adorable, especially little baby ones with their little tummy fuzzes. You'd be like, piggy, baby piggy, let me touch you. I've actually never had a pet pig. I had a friend that had like 3 or 4 potbelly pigs because his parents lived on like a ranchy thing. It'd be kind of funny if I set up right next to the newbie area. I think I did, actually. I think I made it most of the way around the map. I think over there on the opposite... Wow, I ran for a long time, though. The opposite side of that mountain over there is where our first spawn is. I think at some point it might be a good plan to go over there and maybe, like, get rid of it. But for now, I think I'm going to hold off on that. We'll maybe do that as a quest for, like, another episode or something where we go off to, like, get rid of our secondary spawn. For right now, our base is right there. Or maybe over there. I don't know. Either way, I wish that it pinged it on your map once you had like a spawn zone. You know what I mean? So once you have a spawn, it would be like a little star on your map, but maybe that's what a locator will do so that you can find your way home. It says that night killers are going to be here in less than 1 day. I have no idea what that means. It's probably not going to be good. They do, after all, have the word killers in their names. They're killing nighttime. Like, you gotta be pretty badass to kill nighttime. I don't even know what that would count as. You were killing, like, a physical law right there. Not a physical law, I guess. I don't even know how to describe that. You were destroying the concept of nighttime. That's how badass you are. Either way, let's grab ourselves some wood on over here. A giggity, we got a couple minutes left. I think we'll keep on harvesting for now. Actually, let's go back and consider making a pistol. I'm feeling a little bit nervous about the fact that we might get run up on before the end of this episode. Especially if the night killers come around. I'll try and include that part for the next episode. But anyways, we've got less than 24 hours before night killers get here. It looks like we are in the dusk of evening, so it might be a good idea to sit down and craft up some gear that we can survive with, rather than gear that we just like bludgeon and stab our enemies with. I don't know how to assign things to quick slots just yet, because there are no... Maybe it's... Oh, okay, you do it like that. Never mind. Figured it out. I was looking around in between episodes, but apparently I didn't look hard enough because I found it pretty quickly right there. Is this one of the ones that you glitch through? This is one of the ones you glitch through, so I'm going to watch out for it. Alright, back to our base. I'm going to check and make sure nobody's been fiddling with it, but let's get the gun made. Make a gun and like 10 or 15 clips of ammo so that we can use that as a weapon from now on. Maybe for fighting some of the bigger guys, because I think that's going to make our engagements a tad more advantageous. It's going to lean the engagements in our direction. Like, we've got a book and they're bored at the airport. I hate that. When you're up at like the airport and you're sitting there and you've got like maybe like a DS or something like that, and like there's a guy next to you just keeps leaning over and like looking at what you're doing, or like there's a guy standing behind you just like watching because he's bored. Like, I don't hate it, but just like introduce yourself or something maybe. So if I unbind this, what happens? Okay, so that's how it works. I love the way that you get that feedback right there where it tells you that you're linked. Developers have done a pretty good job at making it such that... What does a science station do? We make consumables, so for a health stim, what is that going to cost me? 10 food, 5 ore, 5 gems, and 1 life essence. That's actually not too difficult to produce. A bandolier we have nothing for just yet. We have a locator right now. Using this will give you... Oh, you need ore bars and cut gems. Okay, I don't know if that's a building or a use... Building this will allow you the latitude and longitude of your location. I suppose it'll work as a bit of a... I guess it'll fill in the top right corner. Either way, we'll do that in just a second, but I want to make weapons first because long-term survival is probably the better plan. In all honesty, there's a bunch of like wood stuff we can make in here too if we have planks and gems. Probably swap that out in just a second. I don't know if enemies have any way to get up here. I sincerely hope that they don't. I feel pretty safe right now and I'd like to keep it that way. It would be my preference anyways. We could probably build another platform right here, another platform right here, make this thing like a little upraised base camp area. I'm a little bit disappointed that we wasted the resources in there because the platforms are way cheaper than the house. The house is actually really expensive for us. But anyways, what do we need to make a pistol? I need to stay eye on the prize right now. For a rusty pistol, we need 15 cut gems and 15 ore bars. So let's do that. We need 13 cut gems. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. So that should be enough of those for right now. What the hell is like all grumpy with us right now? There's a night killer down there. That's what it is. And then for the rest of our weapon here, we need 13 ore bars. So let's go ahead and count those out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we should have the stuff that we need right now in order to make our firearm. There it is. Oh, we need one more. Did I count wrong? Maybe I had one less than I thought I had. Either way, whatever went wrong right there. To make ammo for your pistol, it only takes a little bit of ore. Where did that go? Did I loot that? Because it like bounces out of the machine like I didn't loot it. So I'd say just to make like a bunch of these right now. It looks like night killers are here. I think that's him down there. Let's go ahead and bind up our pistol right now real fast. And so if we've got our... Oh, I didn't make it yet, did I? I just made a bunch of ammo. Okay, so let's make the pistol real fast. Ooh, yeah, buddy. There we go. Oh, you get magazines with it too. Okay. Well, let's play around with this for a second. It actually doesn't appear as though it does much damage. This might be troublesome. Let me rebind this real fast. So we'll put that on the hotbar as 2, I guess. Huh. Did that work? Okay, it did. And then we'll take our multi-tool and maybe we'll hotbar that up. It works kind of strange. You just like do that right there. Alright. It's a little bit weird. You have to go to the hotbar and then you gotta click like finalize and all that stuff. Just in case it gets a little bit rowdy down here. A spherical cube. Oh, that takes element X. So that's how we build the spherical cubes. Okay. So that's good. What else did I want to make? We should probably make like an upgraded harvester, right? Like we need 5 spherical cubes for that. Okay. That's not too bad. Over here we need wooden planks for these. Okay, let's go make... I'm gonna go gather up some wood in between episodes, I guess. I guess the night killer invasion is just this right here. I don't see any major problems with it just yet. Oh, good, we can go into... Okay, we can go into aim mode, too. Okay. Seems pretty good. I mean, it's allowing me the chance to, like... Do you only get 1 bullet for each of the things that you craft? I think you only get 1 bullet. I think that's the difference. Let me get back up in here with my knife. I don't know if I could take this guy, but we're going to try it. Oop, I just hit my own base. I caused it damage. That sucks. Is he going to destroy my stuff up here? I sincerely hope not. I think he is actually trying to destroy my stuff. And if he's not destroying it, then I'm destroying it on accident. Every time you hit something with a knife in this game, it takes a little bit of damage, even if it's yours. Looks like he's bugged out. Hold on, let me... So you only get 1 bullet for each of these that you make. It may not be worth it, but I'm going to go through and do it just in case. That should give us enough ammo to maybe deal with this asshole right here. Oh, he despawned. Never mind then. Well, I guess we'll just wait it out. The night killers appear to be kind of damage soaks anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to go get some more resources. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Grav. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. Take care out there, everybody, and as always, hi-do.